Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and my craft table. If you're new here, my name is Jen. I'm really glad to meet you. And today's vlog style video is just fun. Okay, so I recently purchased quite a bit on Concord 9th's website when they had their inventory blowout sale last week. Now, normally I will peruse websites and I'll stick things in the cart or on a wish list and they'll just sit there for months and months and months. And then eventually I kind of forget they're there, or I just wait for them to go on sale or clearance. But this time I went ahead, got some things on the scheduled inventory blowout sale, and I wanted to share this with you before I get them cataloged and put away for future craft projects. Let's go ahead and check out what came in the mail. And then I did get another package of some organizing materials that I'd like to share with you. So let's go ahead and see what's here. Okay, so one of the first things that I got is a Turnabout stamp. Now, if you're not familiar with Turnabout stamp, it basically, you stamp it 4 times, but each time you stamp it, you turn it. And I really love them. They are so versatile and they're so fun to play with. So I cannot wait to show you those in case you've never seen them before. But one of the first things that I got is I got this right here. Now, this is called the Pick Me Up Turnabout stamp set. And what I like about them is on the back, they show you exactly what your images will look like if you stamp once, twice, 3 times, or go all the way around and do 4 times. And another thing about a lot of the stamps that I realized as I was unpacking these is that most of the sets that I got, even the ones that would typically be for like Valentine's Day or something, we actually can use them throughout the year. There's so many encouraging messages on these, and I think I subconsciously just gravitated to them. So for instance, this one in particular says, "You're doing great, love you, I think you're wonderful, life is better with you, thank you, the world is a brighter place because of you, and birthday wishes." So I just thought that was a really pretty stamp. You can do a masculine color scheme, a neutral color scheme, you can do a feminine color scheme, but who doesn't love a little bit of encouragement coming in the mail for no reason at all? The other thing, well, I say the other thing, there are lots of other things sitting here. One other thing that I got is I'd say card front die. Now this is like a quilted card front die. That's actually the name of it. And it's just this diamond pattern. And what I like about card front dies or inlay dies are that you can add a ton of texture to your cards or paper projects with just one little die to go through your machine, and it just is phenomenal. It really elevates your project. So I'm very excited about this, and I know for a fact that I will be using this one a lot because it is so versatile. Okay, so I got a couple of sentiment stamp sets, and I don't know about you, but I can never have enough little sentiments, and some of them I have purchased in the past and I thought that I would really use them, but they really were very specific. These here, I think, are a little more versatile, that I can send a multitude of cards for a variety of reasons, and I don't have to wait for specific occasions. So for instance, this one here is the Lots to Stay stamp set. They're just good all-purpose sentiments. You're the best ever. You're my happy. I think you're wonderful. All the feels. Miss your face, just because, happy everything, hi, hello, I like you, so sorry, and you deserve all the good stuff. Again, just really great sentiments that are, great for any occasion, any recipient, just because, or specific occasions. So I got another one along those same similar lines. This one is called the Sending Hugs stamp set. So this one says, brighter days ahead, you've got this, just because, hang in there, love you lots, and sending hugs. And I really, again, love the encouraging messages that these have in them. In fact, what I noticed when I was unpacking everything is that pretty much everything that has a sentiment, they fell in the genre of encouragement and lifting people up, you know, just some general stuff, but mostly encouraging statements. And that's what I'm really excited to put together and be able to send those out. So here is something that I think is very unique. It is a Turnabout stamp set. Now it's a smaller one. So usually the Turnabout stamps, you know, they're quite big like this. This one is a small one, and this is called the Dahlia Turnabout stamp set, and it makes this beautiful dahlia pattern, this beautiful floral. And if you just kind of let your eyes relax a little bit and take a look right here, this reminds me of fireworks. You could totally make a firework card with this too. Those are wonderful sentiments, okay? And those were included in the stamp set. So amazing, smile, sunshine, gorgeous, hi, you are, friend, hello, my, and you make me. So this is so versatile. And the unique part is that it has a coordinating turnabout die. This is the turnabout stamp, and every time you stamp it, you turn your paper. But instead of stamping on one of the rotations, you can actually skip that stamp and then use this die in place of that. This is so fun. I cannot wait to bring this to the channel. All right, so let's go through the rest of these. I got In the Meadow Turnabout stamp set. And again, lots of encouraging messages. Okay, here's what it looks like when you do all 4 turns. This says, you're so kind, thinking of you, thank you so much, so grateful for you, sending hugs, and just saying hello. And I didn't mention, but they do have like a guide on how to place it in your stamping platform. So if you've got a Missy, this allows you to get them placed just perfectly so. There is a coordinating die. It's called In the Meadow Dies. This is what it looks like. The big one says thinking of you. It has a shadow layer to go behind the words. And then there is just a few little sprigs and leaves and flowers to accent your project. So, and actually quite a few bundles. And I cannot even begin to tell you how inexpensive these bundles were. Some of these bundles were like $8, and that was for the stamp and die set. Isn't that unreal? That's just crazy to me. So I'm very, very thankful that they were on such good sale so that I could purchase them. So here is the Feathered Friends die set. And I love the colors of the artwork on these packages. So this just has a little thanks sentiment here, little scripty thanks, a heart. Then the birds, there are 2 of them that actually cut out some of the pattern. And then there's 2 that are just kind of outlined. And then it goes with the Feathered Friends Turnabout stamp set. Just check those out. Isn't that gorgeous? And then this is what it'll look like on the 4th pass. And it just says, bravo, you are everything. You brighten my day. Thanks for all you do. Hi there and congratulations. I have this one here, and I'm excited about this one for a variety of reasons. I got this, it's called Love Lines Dies. Very Valentine's Day-esque. Then it's got some heart, like right here, you can just make like heart confetti. And it's got a couple of flowers. But then this right here, I have been wanting a banner die like this to be able to cut out some of my little sentiments like this. So you stamp these, and then you can just cut them with scissors or a small paper trimmer. But I've also been wanting a little banner die like this to help me cut those out as well. It just gives me more options. And then the Love Lines Turnabout stamp set. So this is what that looks like. And then on the back, this is the packaging that shows you the artwork of what it's supposed to look like when you're done stamping all of that. Happy Valentine's Day. I like you quite a lot. You're the best. Thanks, friend. I love that I know you. And hello, lovely. And again, just more encouraging sentiments. Here is one that I think is very versatile for a variety of recipients, for a variety of occasions. And it's called Good Vibes Only. Now, this is the Good Vibes dies. I also got the Good Vibes Turnabout stamps. This is what it looks like, the artwork on the back. And then here's what it looks like on the front with all of the sentiments. And this is fun because depending on, again, the color scheme that you choose and the recipient and the sentiment that you use, this is a good all year. Can you just imagine? Like, you could seriously turn this into anything for anybody that you need a card for. Okay, this next one, this was a big deal back in Valentine's Day. And of course, I just didn't have it in the budget to purchase it, which is great because it went on sale and I got the bundle. This is called the Mix and Match Heart Inlay Die. So what it is it's a cover die. It looks like this. It cuts out all these little bitty heart-shaped places. So you can create a card front that looks like this. You can ink blend behind it. You can stamp inside. You can also cut this out of multiple colors of cardstock and then do an inlay pattern like here. But then I did go ahead and get the coordinating stamp set. So this reminds me of all of those little conversation hearts. This just says, you, hello, love, hug me, friend, cutie pie, soulmate, sweet, XOXO, thanks, perfect. So some of these aren't even Valentine's Day sentiments, but it would be really sweet to pair with these and send this out. Again, even if it's not Valentine's Day, who doesn't love a little bit of encouragement and sweet things sent to them to just give them a nice little pick-me-up? This next one, I'm really excited about this one because I just went to a baby shower. I could have used this for the baby card that I made, but that card, I'm going to be bringing that to the channel very, very soon. That was a shaker card that I made using my Cricut, and I cannot wait to show you how that came out. It is phenomenal, so cute. It's just very different than anything I've done before, so I'm very excited about that. But this would have been great. So check this out. This is called the Triangle Confetti Turnabout Stamp Set. So it looks like this. And then it's got very simple sentiments such as you did it, congrats, happy day, amazing, hip hip. Check this out. It's got a coordinating die. So this is the Triangle Confetti die. And what I love about this is it does have a little banner die for the little sentiments in the Turnabout stamp. But then check this out. You see this right here and these right here. That's so you can make your own confetti. Isn't that awesome? I'm so excited to try this out because you could put the confetti on the card, like on this artwork, it's just glued down. You could also make this confetti to go inside a shaker. And if you've been here on the channel for any length of time, you know glitter, sparkle, and shaker. Those three things, if I could make every craft, glitter, sparkle, and shaker, it would be amazing. Anyway, moving on. Okay, so the next set, it's actually one that coordinates with a Turnabout stamp that I do have. So I have the Folk Art Turnabout stamp set. And then this one is the Spring Bunny stamp set. Just look how cute that is. I just love that. And then I got the coordinating die to go with that. So it'll cut out all of those little images. And that is just super, super fun. And you know, you don't have to do the Easter eggs when it's not Easter. But can you imagine turning this into like a sweet little baby card? I just have baby cards on the mind right now. Not sure why. I think it's because a few friends are having babies. But can you just imagine you could make cute little bunny cards for little babies, and it would be so fun. I got the kaleidoscope dies. Now this kaleidoscope dies, it just says hey and then there, and it's got a variety of circles. So you see the circle dies there, some hearts, and it says hey. It goes with this. So this is the Kaleidoscope Turnabout stamp set. And this is super fun. So you've got the circles and you've got some more sentiments. And this is a smaller one too. So kind of like the Dahlia one, the smaller Turnabout stamp sets, you actually don't have to have a large MISTI to make them. You use them in your little MISTI. So these are super fun. And this just says, so happy for you. I quite like you. Oh, happy day. Just a little note. Hello, thank you, miss you. And then the last thing that I got in the Concord 9th inventory sale was an embossing folder. Now I love embossing folders because these lend themselves to such texture, and there you go. I think you can see that. lots of texture on your paper crafts and your cards without being bulky, without distracting from the main show of what you're trying to do. So I'm excited to incorporate some new cover dies and inlay dies into my cards. But again, I love embossing folders. I don't use them enough, but I'm very excited to add this one. This one could be for a lot of things. You guys know I'm into nature and hiking. So when I saw this, I thought, oh, this would be great. And I could put this with some nature themed cards that I'd like to put together. That's all for the Concord 9th portion of this vlog. I wanted to share a little organization ideas for you just in case you are needing some for your cards. When I make a card, before I either send it or hand it to the recipient, or before I send them off to Cards for Kindness or some kind of organization, what I do is I put them in these little bitty cellophane bags, and I just pick these up at Michael's. So this is a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 size card. I just put it in the bag, and this protects the card from moisture, dust, etc. And it just keeps it nice and neat until I'm ready to use this card. So they do come in various sizes. So the 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, that's these. I have a little box here. Those are for A2 size cards, which is the majority of what I make are A2 size cards. I have been making a few 4x4 cards lately, and those are so fun. This is a different size. This is an A7 size. And again, I'm just picking these up at Michael's. They're about 50 bags per package. Okay, so this is about 5 1/2 by almost 7 1/2. Super fun way to keep your cards protected when you're making those projects. Those bags are also really good if you're going to be making a bunch of sentiments or something and you need to kind of keep them in a safe place until you're ready to use them. So I use those all the time to hold elements of cards and paper projects until I'm ready to use them. And then something that I do regularly is I use these adhesive magnetic sheets. Now I've made bookmarks with these. I probably should do an updated magnetic bookmark project for you with my Cricut, but I also use them to go in my pockets. So all of my stamp and die sets. So if it's a stamp and die set that coordinate, kind of like this one here. So this is the pumpkin spice vibes that I have from Simon Says Stamp. I keep the stamp in there. And then this is the die set, like right here, to coordinate with that. And I just take a piece of that adhesive magnetic sheet. I put the dies on it, and then I cut a nice rectangle size out after I've made sure I have what I need. Like here's one of those little cellophane bags with extra things. So I had extra stuff already cut out, ready to go, but I've got extra stuff here stamped, ready to go. And basically I just keep all of these things in a pocket. Now I love these pockets from scrapbook.com. These are simply some of my favorite. They have like a frosted white, they have pink, they have green, and I just love them. All right, so usually, let me show you. We've got the green one here. This is like the medium size. And then we've got the small size. The small size I love, especially for like my lawn fawn stamps and stuff that are really tiny. And I've just put the stamp and dies together. These are about 5 by 5. So I love these. And I think you can get packs of 5 or packs of 10 on scrapbook.com, depending on what you're looking for. The other thing that I've used in the past are these. These are really thick, side reinforced, plastic sleeves, pockets, and they have a Velcro closure. So I got these online. I forget where I got them. Probably Amazon. I'm not sure. If I can find them, I'll link them also. But I use these a lot, okay? And I just go through them. I go through them like I go through my peanut M&Ms, right? So you guys know that is dangerous. So what I did is I knew I had all this inventory coming, and I got something new to try. And so I purchased, this is a 25 pack. It's from Simon Says Stamp. It's a 5 by 5 clear pocket. It looks like the sides and the bottoms are reinforced. Okay, so all of my stuff can just go in here. It's got a little slit right here for the flap to go in like this. So this is a little more thin and flexible than this. Like this is hard, not hard plastic, but it's definitely thicker and more not as bendable, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And then this is really cool. So that again, I can see everything through it. It's definitely a great size. In fact, it is slightly bigger than the one from scrapbook.com. So I'm excited to try this out. I was able to get a pack of 25 of these, relatively inexpensive. And then I also got a 25 pack of the clear sleeves. So these would take the place of this. And I'm excited to try these out. So these are the large stamp and die sleeves. They are 6 3/4 by 9 3/8. They are just a clear pocket, just like that. And they have a little flap, and the flap just tucks in just like that. And I think this will be great for some of my larger stamp and die sets that need a home instead of just kind of being in a little box. So very excited to use those, but just wanted you to know that when I get stamp and die sets, how I store them is I just put them in a sleeve or an envelope. I do use the magnetic adhesive sheets to hold the dies in place, and then that keeps everything together, that keeps the sets together, and it keeps my supplies nice and neat and ready for projects. In addition to the Cricut crafts, we've got to bring some paper crafts. All right, well, that wraps up my craft haul from Concord 9th and their inventory blowout sale. Thank you for spending your time with me. And let me know down in the comments if there are any sets that caught your eye and that you would like to see come to the channel. And in fact, Rachel from Daily Creations, she has actually chosen one for me to create with. So I will be doing that video very, very soon and bring that to the channel. So until I see you in the next card or craft, as always, have an amazing day and happy crafting.
Thank you all so much for watching today. I'm so glad that you can join me at my craft table. If you're not already, I'd love to have you as a subscriber, and don't forget to hit that notification bell. That way you'll know when new videos arrive. Have a great day, and as always, happy crafting.